education crisis. We simply do not accept shit pay as an alternative to redundancies.
Organised to fight and to win.
If we can, to get the message out. The solidarity is what will create a better world. Solidarity is what will bring us all together. Solidarity will create a society that we can be proud of. Not military spending, not hate and division, hope, respect. And when we grasp that as one, when we grasp that as a united movement, we will win, comrades. Solidarity.
Industrial dispute that Britain has ever known. It was a crucial episode in class war which raised major questions about where power lies in society and what the legitimate rewards of work and labour ought to be. So why were these 1.75 million workers on strike? You might expect that they might be taking action in their own immediate interests. Perhaps they would be striking to raise their wages, to decrease their hours of work, to in some way improve their lot in their workplaces. Well, they were not. These workers were involved in a huge solidarity strike. They came out because 1 million miners had already been locked out of their workplaces by the coal owners.
Stall to my right if you want to pay them a visit, but without further ado I'll introduce Sophie Johnson.
Everywhere we look, there are signs of breakdown, that the world as we've known it is giving way to something quite new. We can look to the Middle East, where the United States and Israel have dispensed with all pretense of international law. The bloody and brutal assault on Iran, the bloody and brutal assault on Lebanon, both of which take place off the back of the genocide in Gaza. That is the British-backed, British-endorsed assault on the Palestinians that continues as we speak.
And we have to oppose this coup. In Britain, in Belgium, overall in Europe. And we demand that the billions of euro, pounds, dollars that our governments wants to put into war and weapons be redirected. That should be invested in green, affordable energy for greater energy independence in the industry of the future and in meeting our social needs, as Martin already said.
Exploitation of thousands of migrant care workers across this country has our full support. The recent government proposals to renege on your right to indefinite leave to remain and to extend the qualifying period to 10 to 15 years are dishonest and unjust. They only deepen exploitation, and Glasgow Trades Council stands with you, and we call on the entire trade union movement to support you in your struggle.
156 days we have stood our ground. We have endured snow and rain in the depths of winter, abuse on the picket lines, undercover police surveillance, union busting, and a complete and utter absence of negotiation from the CEO, Gary Davis, or any of the upper management. But we are here today to celebrate because what we are doing is unprecedented. We were the first hotel workers to go on strike since Thatcher was elected in 1979. In August 2025, we won a 10% pay rise for under 21s and an end to 0-hour contracts. This was not goodwill or generosity from the company, this came from our collective action. Village Hotels is a hugely profitable company. In 2024, they were bought over by Blackstone, the biggest private equity firm in the world, for $850 million. Blackstone alone is worth $1.1 trillion. Village's most recent profits listed on Companies House are $182 million. There is money for refurbishments, but there is no money for us. Our demands are most moderate. We are asking for the real living wage, trade union recognition and safe transport home.
The industrial heart has been ripped out of the place, with that exodus of industry, skill, talent, wealth and community prosperity also leaving. Last year, we saw an end to a century of oil refining in the town. Scotland lost a key piece of national infrastructure because of decisions made in a faraway boardroom. 435 well paid a year. Our fuel security, our national security weakened and compromised. All that is what happens when jobs, communities and vital industry is in the hands of private capital. For decades we have been in the grip of an industrial depression controlled by private capital and multinational corporations that have wrung everything out of workers and communities.
And you've all said, but it's not random. That motto was found on a banner on St Peter's Field after the Peterloo massacre, when people marched for their democratic rights. And that banner, the colours of it was sea green and gold. We took those colours in the RMT. The motto is an industrial unionist motto, and the colours are the colours of the levellers who went before us. And we regard ourselves today as being in that tradition. We are the levellers. We are the Chartists, we're the suffragettes, we're the people who built the NHS, we're the industrial unionists, and that's how we take ourselves forward. And if we go back over 100 years ago, before the general strike, we were founded, the National Union of Railwaymen, the trade union of my grandfather in Acton and Ealing No. 2 branch, as the first industrial union in Britain. And